What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Not a kicker or a punter here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reed to get this one going. And we're underway from Kansas City. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. First carry of the game for the rookie out of Oklahoma. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Even 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Lone back gets the handoff. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
You know, kid, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Another carry for him. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for Raiders first. Back-to-back carries here. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. They give it to him again. Into the secondary past the 40. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Back to the well again. And this isn't resolved quite yet as he goes out. We've got a flag down. Looks like it's going to be on the offense. And holding penalty is going to make 1st down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Sending a receiver left. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. A nice gain of 8 on 1st, and now they're going to have 2nd down and 12. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. Looks like a pickup of 2, and now they've got 3rd and 10.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Throwing from the gun here. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders finish up an excellent opening series. Brock Bowers the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone. So the football will come back out to the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
A 2nd down run by Pacheco. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So it's 2nd down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. They'll get it to Rashee Rice, complete. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, 1st sack on the board on the 1st drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. It's a 3-yard gain for him. That leaves 3rd and 14 now.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Man in motion here. 3rd and long for Mahomes. Hauled in by Rice. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert. Here's 1st and 10 from the 42 as this opening drive continues. The counter give here to Pacheco. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
It's the end of the 1st in this AFC one. About set for the 2nd quarter. Chiefs football here. They're advancing it well as they face 2nd down. Tight end going in motion here. 2nd and 4. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he officially gets them into the red zone before going out at the 20. 16 yards on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down. Running up the middle, Pacheco. And he gets it down to the 13-yard line. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs finish off their opening drive. Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Chiefs start off well to tie things 7-7. Reed now to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Now first run of the game, Zamir White. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Throwing off the play fake here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Chiefs in a nickel set for this 3rd down call. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball left side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Las Vegas sends out the punt team. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. First down, ball at the 36. Now it's Mahomes. Cut out left. And as this play winds up out of bounds, let's see what that flag is all about. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Back to throw, Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. We'll pause for the injured player. Oh, let's really hope this is something minor. That is Patrick Mahomes, who's shaken up and getting some help there. The Raiders bringing out a couple extra defensive backs for third down. They're in the dime. First throw for the backup now. Finds his man. It's Worthy. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. That route just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
That's taken at the 15. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. No return on that punt. And it'll be Raider football. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. Complete here to Bowers. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Gets everything he has on it. Big gain downfield. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They'll throw on first. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. This defensive battle has reached the 2-minute warning. The Raiders looking for a score just before the break. Offense set for a first and 10. They are throwing it. Cutting deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense.
We all saw the brief moment of full-on panic between the ball coming out and him getting back on it. The impressive part is he kept his composure while it was still loose. One mistake didn't become two, and he cleaned it up before any defenders could.
All right, here we go. Second down. They kick the running back in motion. Trying again, following the sack. Connects with Wiley. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run. Here he is on third and long. He has the first over the middle. And in for the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Oh, he got some air under this one. Deep down the middle. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short game. The defense calls a timeout. So that's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Dropping back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And he didn't quite break it, but still an excellent return that gets him up near midfield. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
That one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They've got a man in motion. He's back to throw. He beams one deep right side. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. The Raiders bringing out the punting unit. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And the fair catch made here at the 15. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Here's a return from the 7. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Looks like we have somebody worse for wear after the play, and that's Isaiah Pacheco, who's in some pain. They're looking at him now. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Throwing now, off play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Finds his man Rice. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 27 on the play. And it'll be first down, Kansas City. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 32. Touchdown, Kansas City! Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs tie things up at 14. Reed now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll try and throw it here. Now he'll heave this one deep down the ranks. He's got it at the 30. And that is a touchdown. The Raiders grab the lead on their first series of the half. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Kicking team on to try the PAT. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Kickoff taken at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Completed over the middle. Breaks free in the center of the field. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainers heading out to take a look. First down from the red zone. And that is caught. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs can tie it up after hitting pay dirt in the 3rd. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a 1-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
And the extra point is no good. So potentially a key tally kept off the scoreboard, Brock. going to see how and if this comes into play later in the second half. Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. First and 10 now from the 30. It's an option right that begins this drive. And he's brought down for a loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Completed to Flowers. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They gain 14 on the play. And that's a Vegas first down. There's a give up the middle. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, a 2-yard run on first down. I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
To go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he'll go out of bounds after a pickup inside the opposing 40. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Raiders first. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Buys time, rolling right. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Nick Bolton has it. And the Chiefs get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Such a huge point of emphasis for so many defenses, clogging up the middle of the field. They saw that receiver enter the middle and did a terrific job of baiting the quarterback into the throw, and an even better job of forcing the interception.
And they send a man in motion. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Hauled in by Rice. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs?
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down. Throwing from the gun. throw is caught. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Running left with Pacheco. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Offense up to the line fast. It's Pacheco on 3rd. And he gets in, touchdown. The Chiefs parlay the interception into points. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs push their lead to 6. Reed now to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage. And that really did help force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Pass play coming here. He lets one fly deep downfield. That's grabbed inside their 30. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside.
And he will haul it in for the Vegas touchdown. The Raiders can retake the lead as they tie it up here. Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders take the lead on that successful kick. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. This return starts at the 5. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to the air here. On the move, headed right. On the run. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take a lead just before the end of the 3rd. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs push their lead to 6. Reed now to kick this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Finding Flowers. Pick up a few as he heads out of bounds.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's officially into enemy territory now, and they're going to give him the opposing 49. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's a Vegas 1st down. A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. It's Raiders football, and they'll get to work, coming into the quarter trailing. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Looking for a throw here. That's a catch for Nico Collins. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
They run the counter with White. He still has room inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 27. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Raiders 1st.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. They're throwing it. Complete here to Bowers. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's a Vegas 1st down. Working inside the red zone. He's on the move. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Plowing up the middle. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out.
And he gets it on the sneak. Touchdown! The Raiders come through to tie it in the 4th. The touchdown brought it even, and this try can give them a 4th quarter lead. And he comes through on the kick to give them the lead here in the 4th quarter. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw now. He put everything he had into this one. And that's incomplete, but I do see some laundry on the field. Let's see what this flag is all about. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
They had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Throwing now on 1st down. Brought in by Ayuk. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down. He's dropping back to throw. Finds his man. It's Worthy. And he's out just a second shy of reaching the red zone. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
Yeah, I love that effort. Adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch. And it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
To throw here on 1st down. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take a 4th quarter lead. Quite the strike to his tight end, and the patience he showed waiting for that to break open. That was awesome, and it's rewarded with 6.
You know, it should be simple, Kate, right? In philosophy, it should be simple. Just plaster that big guy. Throw bodies at him in coverage, but stopping the tight end near the end zone is anything but simple with how deceptively good they are as route runners and finding that football when it arrives.
Reed now to kick this one away. He fields it from the 8. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Drive starts with a carry by White. And he'll take this up to about the 34 before he stops. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. From the 34. This ball's cut by Bowers. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Caught by Flowers. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st. Throwing from the gun here. Oh, no!
been shooting from a cannon. Mid-flight, here to recite, I ain't landing. Handles like a vandal at night, you can't grab